What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing you this week's patch notes recap. And obviously, biggest news for NAU is we got the new Central Marketplace. So what I'm going to do, since there's a lot of other stuff in this patch note as well, is we're going to do a separate video for probably tomorrow's video going through the Central Marketplace. I'm sure most people have heard about it, seen it. I've done 2 or 3 videos talking about it when it was released in other regions previously, so I don't want to just drag out this patch note video with all of that information when that was probably a 15-minute video to be done on its own, talking about the ins and outs of it all the way. There are a few differences from previous versions that we've seen, and there's a few things that ended up working out differently in this iteration, and a lot of that has to deal with this is the 4th version of the Central Marketplace that's been out since each region as it was released. They kind of tweaked some things, and there are some things that were a little bit different than what we were expecting, but we will catch that in another video for tomorrow. So yeah, if you want more info on it, you can check out the channel for some previous videos I did talking about it when it was released, both in Korea and when it came out on the MENA server at first, and I think again when it was on SEA. I'm not entirely sure there. But anyways, also you can check out the link to the patch notes, which I'll have in the description below if you want to just read through it for yourself there. They do have a full tab thingy here, which we'll cover tomorrow, explaining in depth pretty much how everything works if you're a bit confused. So head on over and check that out. So, moving past that, other things we have going on that were pretty cool. When Pearl items are registered to the Central Market, system message will be displayed regardless of whether or not the items are purchased. Notification message will be displayed when the item is sold. More Central Market stuff. What I wanted to get to at this point was just 2 things. One, that due to the changes in silver weight becoming 0 LT, it no longer weighs. Silver doesn't weigh anything at all anymore. The amount held by a character will be changed to 100 million server. I understand that's causing issues in the trading life skill, so we'll have to see if that ends up sticking or if they make some adjustments later on as well. Also, the number of Pearl items you can register on the Central Market. I know we're still talking about Central Market, but again, just a couple things I wanted to touch on for it. You can register 5, and then depending on your family fame, you can register additional items. So if you have at least 2501 family fame, you can put a total of 35 Pearl items on the marketplace. So I guess if that's your thing, then go for it, because there's that. Okay, moving past Central Marketplace, we have the Ballista, new siege weapon for the Conquest War, has been added. They mentioned that previously. A new upgrade function has been added to Flame Tower and Hwacha, which can be used during Node and Conquest Wars. The time to end War Hero contracts is changed from midnight UTC to 10 minutes after Node Wars, and as a result, you cannot apply for War Hero for 1 hour after the end of the Node or Conquest War. And it's got the times listed there below if you need to check that out for reference. Notification message will now appear when trying to appoint an adventurer who is withdrawn from a guild as the guild master. Fix the issue where the incorrect amount of damage will be applied when switching to a certain weapon while summoner has summoned someone or something. According to the number of sales waiting and sales completed in the Central Marketplace, the prices on some items, gears, and more have been changed. Bookshelf for the adventure logs has been added, and the quest reward for adventure log traces of great adventure have been changed, and you can no longer obtain the following quests listed there below, but Charlie's successor, Tracing Footsteps, this journey continues, Hints of an Adventure, A Foothold for Success, What Happened in Balinus, A Story Without an End, and Medea, the Land of the Ruins. Events going on, we have continuing events, Be My Love, and the Shadow Arena official launch countdown, which you can see what you get from day to day there as it gets closer and closer to official launch, which is on February 27th. We still have the Mount Training Fever time going on as well, and they also have fixed the issue where Training XP and Mount XP was not being applied to the Olbia servers, so it now takes effect over there. We did end the Send Love and Gather Subianca's vouchers, so hopefully you stacked up those logs, got yourself a new boyfriend, girlfriend, mostly boyfriend because it's Black Desert Online, and traded up your love letters, so you're good to go. Reward distribution for Shadow Arena stuff has been sent out, so there's that. Swimming motions when pressing Q or E underwater has improved to be smoother. Some Shadow Arena changes. You can now equip items when you're not in the standby stance. Fix the issue where players could climb up the central towers in the Shadow Arena by using Elixir of Swiftness. Added a timer which counts the time survived at the bottom of the minimap. Shadow Guard has been added. The Shadow Guard attacks adventurers, so adventurers must be careful. Shadow Arena rankings button within the new escape menu has been changed from new to hot category. Big one there. Fix the issue in Shadow Arena when the starting soon message would not appear after 50 players have gathered. Increase casting speed for Firebomb Flashbang. You can now immediately move after selecting spectator mode. Decrease Red Nose AP by 15% and will now target adventurers even if they do not attack it. Fix the issue where the sound of the Dark Fog would be heard even after exiting from Shadow Arena, and the appearance of the Black Spirit and the moving motion of the Black Spirit image will change depending on the number of survivors remaining. Game world and NPC effects. Fix the issue where you're unable to get out of a structure at the Western Gateway when entering the from the roof area. NPCs will now express their emotions through motions depending on the situation while you're going through the main quests. Hooray. NPCs will now move more naturally while you're going through the main quests. Hooray. NPC conversation window has been improved. When interacting with skill instructors of NPCs, the exchange button will be marked only when you have the event snowflake item. Fix an issue where your weight would continue to increase intermittently when boarded on a ship. Fix the issue where the description about registering emblems would not be visible when viewing a stable while having an emblem inside your inventory. Class changes. Okay, so they did this across the board for every class. The damage and obtainable level for the following skills, which are your basic attacks on the class, have changed. So if you check out your class there, you can see by how much all the way down to the absolute. This is just your regular class skill. So I'm just going to read the absolute one at 56 for everybody. Warrior damage went from 820 to 1330. Ranger 814 to 1854. That is a lot. Sork 771 to 1298. Berserker 832 to 915. Tamer 689 to 1010. Valkyrie 468 to 1111. Witch Wiz 864 to 1259. Musa Mewa 457 to 1060. Kuno Ninja 644 to 989. Dark Knight 534 to 685. Striker 547 to 742. Mystic 456 to 809. And Lon stayed the same because screw Lon, I guess we said. I mean, it's basic attack. How often are you really using that when you're higher level anyways? Damage and skills that can be learned from level 1 to 55 have been changed likewise to match up with the basic attack skills, and the basic attack damage for all characters will be reduced in PvP situations along with these skills here. Not going to read through these. These are all the not completely leveled up skills. Again, this is designed for when you're leveling from 1 to 55. The damage overall for most of these skills has been increased. So, next news. Warrior, Piercing Spear can no longer be used during its cooldown. Ranger, damage of the skill Pinpoint 3 will now be reduced in PvP situations. Damage of the skill Moving Shot in all levels will be reduced in PvP situations. Berserker, since we changed the stuff from 1 to 55, we also changed hit damage. What skill? Falling Rock. Hit damage from 691 to 776, and damage when used while in a sprint jump stays the same, so they shouldn't have had to mention it. You can now use Lava Piercer through the quick slot. Tamer, invincibility effect for evasion 1 will now only be applied in PvE. Fix an issue where stamina would be consumed by 150 when attacking forwards with the Leaf Slash skill. Valk, since we increased the damage on those other skills, they decided to adjust absolute forward slash from 551 to 827, charging slash from 524 to 1074, and sideways cut from 400 to 1048. Nice little damage boost on actual absolute skills for Valk there. Which damage of all levels of the skill Magic Arrow will be reduced in PvP situation. Fix the issue where the monster detection counter would occasionally reset when using Magic Lighthouse. And the Fort Attack damage for Staff Attack 1 will now apply properly in PvP. Same thing for Wizard, except for the Staff Attack 1 was not an issue. Moveset, damage of the skill Slice and Tiger Blade Stance will be reduced during PvP situation. Damage of the skill Dragon Bite 1 and 2 will be reduced in PvP situation. Fix the issue where the character's eyelid and eye would appear detached when customizing certain parts, but that looked crazy. Mewa, same thing as Musa, except their eyeballs stayed intact on their own. And Kuno, falling motion will now be displayed after using Flow, Sky Stepping forwards while using Sa Chakram. Archer, the dude got more buffs because we know every patch note you need better stuff. Speed of the projectile shooting out from activating the skill Righteous Smite has doubled, and the attack range has decreased by 17 meters. The cooldown for Luthragon's Call 3 and 4 has been reduced by 1 second. Transitioning to that skill after the left, right, second hit for Wing Strike, and then a hit backwards while in Great Bow mode has been improved to flow more naturally. Luthragon's Call will flow more naturally after the third hit of Glissade. Luthragon's Call will flow more naturally after using the full Bloom skill. You can now activate Meteor Dive when moving backwards by pressing the spacebar while in the air when using Zephyr Leap. Combo speed of Glissade has been improved. The casting speed for Flow's Light Trail will not slow down when used during cooldown, and when using Ravenous Talon, the damage from the additional hit will now be applied properly. Hooray, Archer is even more fluid. Item changes: red gem, yellow gem, blue gem, and opulent pendant can now no longer be sold. When gathering insectivore plant, the amount of insectivore plant powder obtainable has increased by 60%, and we'll check out the Pearl Shop in just a little bit. Monster changes: boss monsters from the Dark Rift will now slowly weaken as time passes. 24 hours after a boss monster spawns from the Dark Rift, it will weaken by 1 level. Even when you're not logged in game, the weakening of the monster will continue. Boss monster from the Dark Rift will weaken in its AP and DP in a total of 4 levels. Yes, this means it can take up to 4 days in certain cases for bosses to become its weakest. The loot you get for defeating it at its initial spawn and many hours after its spawn will be the same. So if you're having a hard time with some of these monsters and they're just wrecking your face, just let them chill for a couple of days and head on back out there. It'll be a whole lot easier. Fix the issue where the Dark Rift monster Ancient Patoran would disappear after 2 hours and 30 minutes. Monster Ferret will now appear from outside of the Omar Lava Cave. That's pretty cool because you had to like dig way down underground to get to him. Names for the following Basha monsters changed from Krod to Teruta. Across whatever was named Krod, they're now Teruta for whatever reason, but there's that. And they adjusted the knowledge and quest names as well. Helm monsters have been removed from the bottom floor of the Helm Tribe Mine. Location of the Helm Golems at the bottom floor of the Helm Tribe Mine have been relocated. Optimal AP for Soldier's Grave has been changed to 100 to 180. The Soldier's Grave monster EXP has been increased by 10%, and the Grave HP and DP have been adjusted. HP and AP for boss monsters you fight during the Medea Black Spirit quest have increased. The Iron Mine Executor, Elezra, Servant, Skeleton King, and Awakened Black Spirit. Some quest changes. If you want to check them out, you can check out the little chart right here below. It will be linked in the description. There are a lot of them. Due to the decreased level of difficulty defeating monsters at Kron Castle after the main quest renewals, the relevant suggested quest has been changed. The following: World Enemies number 9 Medea Exiled Force to World Enemies number 9 Sonal Battlefield. You can now obtain the Lure's Lost Gloves and Shoes when completing the Calpheon main quest. Fix an issue where the incorrect number of quests cleared would be displayed. NPC for collecting and completing the Sacrifice of Beltara quest has been changed to a villager in front of Haken Dirk. This will allow you to play the quest more conveniently. Knowledge updates, also check out the chart because there's a bunch of them there. So if you are interested in that, click the link below and see as it is listed. Interface changes, I will just jump to the ones that are relevant, and there's one in here that I'm actually super excited. Improved scroll size and alignment front windows. New function has been added where right-clicking on junk items would activate navigation to the nearest general goods vendor, as well as allowing you to check on the count of junk items collected. Improve the Dark Rift icon displayed. For quests with Amity as a quest completion reward, putting your mouse over the Amity icon, the completion reward window will now display the amount of Amity in the target NPC with whom you'll gain the Amity with. Dark Rift icon will now always be displayed on the bottom right of the screen. If you haven't completed the prerequisites for it, it will give you a notification that you need to. New skip. Here it is. This one right here. If you've ever been to one of my live streams, I've said this every single live stream, and they actually did it. A new skip button through the animation and cleansing gear has been added to the cleanse gear window. Check the button and you can see the results fast. That's pretty cool. Gear cleansing when you get your reblath to actually proc to plus 15 when you're trying to build fail stacks, and then you bring all this plus 15 reblath over there. It was like a full like 5 or 6 seconds on the time on each single one that it takes to cleanse, which is really annoying when you're streaming. And yeah, I didn't actually think that they would ever actually change because it's such like a minor inconvenience, but they actually did it, which was pretty cool. Anyhow, some UI changes. They did fix that Eye of the Ruins ring will now be displayed, that it drops in Bloodwolf Settlement. It just didn't show up in the item drop before. However, it was available a few updates ago. Extract Chance button will no longer be displayed when using Devour while having the Blacksmith's Secret Book. Improved Dark Rift icon, they actually already mentioned that. Contracts for apprentice guild members can now also be renewed through guild officers. Added War Hero Rankings window, which can now be opened through the menu. And fix the R button going out of the UI while progressing through certain quests. Resolved some issues with, of course, our graphics intake and what outfit you're wearing when you are on the 5th of May and the sunlight is out and it makes your hand glitch or your eyeball pop out if you're a Musa, apparently. Some known issues, they actually addressed some of these already, other than we are aware of the issue where trade goods cannot be sent from Port of Fear to Altanova. We'll resolve this shortly. The others they did actually address at one point during today's events. So, Pearl Shop update. We got the triple surprise pack. This thing's pretty good value if you need the stuff in it, but it's a little rich for my blood, and I don't need 99% of the stuff that's in it. Anyhow, for 5,200 pearls, you get a 30-day value pack, premium outfit box, Blessing of Kamasilv, 33 Artisan Memories, 3 Valk's Cry, 3 Moonlight Shard, 3 item scrolls, 3 big Garnier firecrackers, A, and 3 more B, and 3 more of C. So there's that. It's a good pack overall, but it's like a lot of this stuff, I don't know. I guess if you need the value pack already, it's not that much more, so then it's like pretty good. Some of the stuff is just kind of like extras to make it seem like it's super good. Mysterious Pet Pack, you get the old Wizard Goofy, and you select 3 premium pets of your choice as well for 3,900 pearls. If you're looking to buy pets, that's a pretty good deal, so I would jump on that because the overall value of that is actually pretty darn good. Cabellius Divinus Premium Set now available for Archer, and yep, it looks like that. So yep, enjoy the nipples, I guess. Yanaros' headpiece can accompany your new nipple outfit, so you got that as well. We have Clarence's travel badge, 16 and 8 slots, which is 2,600 and 1,400 pearls respectively. So if you haven't gotten one of those and you're looking to, they are currently available. And that is everything for the patch notes. Tried to keep it as short as I could and get through it, but there was a lot of stuff. Again, catch the Central Market video will be going up tomorrow as well. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notifications when the videos do go live, and make sure you like this video and share with your friends if they're looking for a rundown of the updates without having to read it yourself. I just read it for you. Aside from that, if you want to catch the live streams every Saturday around 7 p.m. Eastern, Sundays around 1 p.m. Eastern, make sure you check out the Twitch link in the bottom there and follow along so that you get a notification when we go live. We always do enhancing live streams, so we have a few drinks who do that. We just did a video from the highlights yesterday, so if you want to check that out, it was a pretty good time. 6 pen attempts in one weekend of enhancing was pretty good. Anyhow, that's going to be it for this video. Everybody, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.